When he had said this, he showed them his hands and feet. And while they still did not believe it, because of joy and amazement, he asked them, "Do you have anything here to eat?" It makes me laugh every time. Hey guys, I've been in a tomb for 3 days. You got something I can nibble on while I'm here? But the reality of it is, he wants his followers to see that it's the Jesus in the flesh that they spent every day with. And it even talks a little bit about how perhaps that their doubt in this particular moment is just out of pure amazement that anything like this could even possibly happen. All right, so let's go on to John chapter 20. Here we get the details of the infamous doubting Thomas. Now, I kind of think, and we've talked about this, I think, before, that Thomas gets a bad rap, because literally all of them doubted at one time or another. And yet we only remember Thomas. And probably we only remember Thomas because of the graphic details that he gives about what it would take for him to remember or to know and believe that Jesus was alive. And so this is, they tell him, the other disciples tell Thomas all that about their encounter with Jesus and their conversation. He was physically present with them. And this is how Thomas responds. He said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand in his side, I will not believe it." I'm pretty sure that when Thomas said those words, he didn't think he'd ever get that chance. But a week later, his disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them. And though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." And then he looked right at Thomas, and he said, "Put your finger here. See my hands? Reach out your hand and put it in my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said to him, "My Lord and my God." So the doubting Thomas not only embraced the truth, he embraced the reality that Jesus was his Lord and his God. These are Jesus's followers and how they reacted in the days following his resurrection. These men witnessed signs and wonders throughout Jesus' ministry. How they could doubt that he could possibly be victorious over the cruel death he endured doesn't make any sense. And if they doubted, if those men who saw it all doubted, how easy it could be for us over 2,000 years later to also doubt the validity of the resurrection. Let's go to Matthew 28. While the women were on their way, some of the guards went into the city and reported to the chief priests everything that had happened. They saw everything that had happened. The same thing that the women witnessed, and we talked about last week, the guards saw it happen. And when the chief priests had met with the elders and devised a plan, they gave the soldiers a large sum of money, telling them, "You are to say, his disciples came during the night and stole him away while we were asleep. If this report gets to the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." So the soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And this story has been widely circulated among the Jews to this very day. So here we find the chief priests know exactly what happened. They know the truth of the resurrection, and they went on to cover it up. The guards reported to them everything that they had seen. So they concoct this outlandish lie that doesn't only make any sense, but it leads to something that many people would believe for many years to come. First of all, why were they sleeping? They're Roman guards who were hired to be on duty. And by the way, there was a Roman law at the time that said sleeping on the job is punishable by death. Why would they admit to such a thing? Secondly, how would they know what happened if they were asleep? So the whole plan doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You know, during this time, and for a good deal of time, well, even till today, there's a lot of rumors as to what actually happened on that particular first Easter morning. Some say that Jesus just fainted on the cross, and they took his body down and put it in the tomb, and he was able to get out on his own. Then there's the rumor that these guys concocted, that's still around today, that his body was stolen. But there's even a third possibility out there that perhaps all of his followers hallucinated the whole thing, that they made it all up to believe. But can I tell you something this morning, brothers and sisters? The truth is, there is enough evidence for all of us to believe in the resurrection. We can believe with our heart because there is testimony from eyewitnesses to the resurrection. We just went through 3 of the 4 Gospels and saw that they all say it differently, but they tell the same story with the same facts. Our faith is rooted in truth, and the Word offers the truth that we need to believe in a resurrected Savior. And let's not forget, one of the best pieces of evidence there is that the Church of Jesus Christ was birthed and expanded from the area where he was crucified and resurrected from the dead.